you want to learn how to start reading more and more books, but you are a bit confused where to start, what to read, and you have been too intimidated to try, then this video is only for you. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Mehdi. I make bookish videos on every Sunday and Saturday. So yeah, after so many book reviews, okay. After so many book reviews, book recommendations, I thought to start something new, something for the non-readers and beginners and those who want to start reading but can't able to start because of so many issues. Okay, so many issues. Yeah, a month back I have received some messages from some of you asking me for some book recommendations for non-readers and beginners, and according to your taste from different genres. And I think in this channel I have never talked about books related to non-readers or beginners, so I'm extremely sorry for that. That's why I thought to make a video series where I'll be talking about book recommendations, tips how to start reading only for the non-readers, beginners, and those who want to start reading. So in this video series I'll make some 3 to 4 videos where I'll be talking about tips how to start reading, how to be consistent, and where to start, what to read. I'll also be talking about some book recommendations, some really good recommendations, and for the non-readers and beginners. Before that, let me thank one of my childhood friend Dorothy Bora for this idea of making a series of videos for the beginners. So yeah, thank you Dorothy for this wonderful idea. You know how I started my reading journey? I started my reading journey with books by Chetan Bhagat. Yes, I think most of us, especially in India, we all started our reading journey with his books only. Though lots of people hates him because of his writing style and other reasons, there are other reasons why people hates him, and most of people love him as well. But if you ask me, in my case, I think we should appreciate this fellow Chetan Bhagat, because somehow the reading culture in India started because of this person, because of his books. We started reading, I mean, we started this reading culture because of his books only. I think that. And apart from all this, if I have to talk about his writing style, I think it's super duper easy for non-readers to start reading. Yes, Chetan Bhagat books are so good to start reading. Yes. So in today's video, I'll be talking about 6 tips for all the non-readers, how to start reading, how to be consistent in reading. One of the main reason why most of us, especially in India, don't prefer reading is the availability of cell phone. सबके पास होता है 2 GB data every day, Netflix, YouTube, Big Boss, and whatnot. Now to TV daily soaps are also available in mobile. Books are also available in mobile. In this modern world, it is certainly impossible to ask someone to switch off his phone and start reading. And obviously, I'm not here to talk about which one is best because both of them, mobile and books, is important in their own place. But the reason why I'm sharing this thing, because this is the first condition, the first criteria to start reading. You should have to control yourself, switch off your phone for some time. Don't scroll your phone unnecessarily. You know, Instagram में like करना. I do that, but manage some time for reading. That is the first criteria, first condition. And with this, I'm going to start my video. The first tip which I'm going to share is start reading books. And if you want to start reading more and more books, I think this is the first criteria. Start reading books which is easy, short, interesting as well. But again, the problem is where to start, what to read, because in market books are available, YouTube is filled with book recommendations. By the way, I'm doing the same. So in that case, I want to suggest you to start reading Chetan Bhagat books. Trust me, if you are a non-reader, if you are completely a non-reader and you want to start reading, start with Chetan Bhagat books. Why Chetan Bhagat books? Because Chetan Bhagat books are easy to read, easy to understand. Books are thick, books are cheap as well. Those are available in Amazon, and the plot is interesting. You can relate with the storyline. Okay, it's so interesting. But again, don't just start any book by him. You can start with One Indian Girl. That was my first book by Chetan Bhagat. One Indian Girl is there. Two States is also good. You can start with 5 Point Someone, Three Mistakes of My Life, Revolution 2020. These are amazing book by Chetan Bhagat. You can pick up those books. These books are available in Amazon, and they are really, really cheap, really, really interesting, easy to understand. Go for it. You can also read books by Paulo Coelho. By the way, don't worry, this is a video series, and in my next video I'll be talking about some really good books for the non-readers. Yes. The second tip which I'm gonna share is look for page turners. These days people are so impatient. They don't prefer reading a book. Instead of that, they prefer a ready-made story, which is a movie. They prefer movie. Why? Because it is ready-made. They don't prefer their own imagination, reading a book and imagining the story. Girl, एक लड़का लड़की से मिला, प्यार हुआ and everything. They just want ready-made thing like movie. So in that case, if you're a beginner, look for page turners. What I mean by page turners is that initially just find a book with short chapters or with lots of cliffhangers to keep interested. In that case, I think again, Chetan Bhagat books are so good. Go for Gone Girl, and Norwegian Wood is also good. It has short chapters, it is interesting, easy language, and 40 Rules of Love by Alif Shafaq is also good. By the way, as I said, I'll make a video, separate video on book recommendation. See, if you want to keep on reading, you need to stay interested. And if you still feel lazy, then you can make a routine. Like I'll make anyhow, I need to read 1 to 2 chapters in a daily basis. Yes, just make a routine. You need to read 1 to 2 chapters in a daily basis, but be consistent. If you are consistent, then you will surely make progress on the book without feeling like you are stuck in a particular chapter and you just want to end the book as soon as possible. The third tip which I'm going to share is go for YA books. What this YA stands for? YA stands for Young Adult Readers. Novels written specially for the reading audience between the age of 12 to 18 years. I think despite the age range of the intended audience, I think anyone can read these books. You can go for Twilight series, Hunger Games, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter series, The Faults in Our Star, then whatnot. What else? Yeah, looking for Alaska and many more. And I think why books are so interesting. They're page turning, they're silly, they're easy to understand. There is nothing so intellectual. You don't have to think so deeply. Just read the book and enjoy. The next tip which I'm gonna share is download ebooks. So lots of people wants to read books. In fact, more books. But buying physical copy, so many physical copies seems somehow too much for them, especially if you're a student, if you are not earning and you are surrounded by those kind of people who consider reading, especially fiction, a waste of time. In that case, try ebooks. Ebooks are available, widely available on different platforms, different apps, websites, and they are easy to read. Nowadays, I read ebooks because sometimes physical book is quite expensive. Then I read ebook. In case of ebooks, the pages are quite short, and in because of that, you may feel most of the time people feel them as an active reader in ebooks rather than the physical book. Next tip which I'm going to share is listen to audiobooks. Yes, go for audiobooks. If you struggle with sitting, focusing, and you don't have time, so much time on reading a physical copy, then you can go for audiobooks. Audiobooks are just great way to make mundane tasks. You can listen to it while you are walking, you're doing something. You can listen to it while sleeping, walking, cooking, in fact. So yeah, go for it. Just choose a narrator, your favorite narrator which is available, and go for it. And for that, I would suggest Storytel. You can subscribe to Storytel. It's a great app if you want to try audiobooks. And if you know more about Storytel, I'll share a link of one of my favorite YouTuber, Helly. And in through this video, you can learn a lot about what Storytel is all about. So yeah, lastly, I just want to say that reading is a rich culture, and we should all try to hold this culture. you know and you may think you don't have time to read a book, but there must be some blank ages in your day when you are holding a book with a cup of tea. Could come in handy. Just thanks to COVID-19, you are likely more bored than ever. So why not just use that extra time to squeeze in some reading? instead of wasting time on Instagram liking pictures and scrolling your phone. That's all for today's video. I hope that you really liked the video. I hope it was really helpful for you, for all my dear non-readers and beginners. I hope that after this video you will start reading, and I feel that I hope that this video series will definitely help you in some or other way to start reading more and more books. I end my video. If you really like the video, please give a thumbs up. Comment me in my comment section box if you have other tips for all the beginners and non-readers. And yeah, subscribe to my channel.